Welcome back to Winning Isn't Easy. We're going to be talking about a case study involving the issue of mental nervous policy limitations, and it's McEachin versus Reliance Standard Life. I'm going to use this case to set the stage for our discussion, and it's a decision that was reached in November of 2024. So it's a recent decision. Now, McEachin was a human resource manager at a company called Perceptron. And in February of 2017, she was involved in an automobile accident, sustaining serious injuries, including spinal injuries. In that year, she had a second auto accident. It was almost like there was a bullseye on the back of her vehicle. Over the next 3 years, she underwent three major spinal surgeries, spinal injections, multiple rounds of physical therapy and pain management, all without relief. And as you can imagine, that pain caused sleep disturbance and depression and anxiety. Now, her employer offered her a disability insurance plan that was insured by Reliance Standard. After her 2017 accident, she submitted a disability claim. And RS approved the claim, Reliance Standard, in June of 2017. They paid benefits for over 3 years. Unfortunately, in 2019, her son tragically died as a result of suicide, and she developed post traumatic stress disorder. Now, you need to understand that disability carriers will routinely review claims that have been accepted because they're always looking for a reason to deny or terminate the benefits. And in McEachin's case was no exception. In October of 2020, they terminated her benefits, saying she wasn't disabled anymore. She appealed, and then Reliance Standard reinstated her benefits, saying, look, there's no mental health barriers that prevent you from working. Remember that. Keep that in mind here. This meant that Reliance Standard didn't believe her depression, anxiety, or post-traumatic stress disorder were disabling, and they were focusing on her physical ability to work. Now, McEachin provided updated medical records, and Reliance Standard determined that they supported her continued physical disability. So they rescinded the termination and reinstated the benefits. But as I've said, disability carriers and plans are not in the business of paying benefits out for the life of the period of benefits that you might be eligible for under the policy of the plan. And so Reliance Standard had her records reviewed again and concluded that she was now physically improved enough to go back to work. Her medical records show that there had been a decrease in her migraines. She had improved strength through physical therapy. There were positive MRI and X-ray results. She even told the doctors that she was feeling better. She was participating in activities like rafting. That sounds significant. Now, based on this, Reliance Standard determined that she wasn't physically disabled. And at this point, however, Reliance Standard then changed their position and said, look, you're disabled because of the psychological issues, and they're independently disabling. Guess what? This plan had a 2-year mental nervous policy limitation. And since she had psychological issues dating all the way back to 2017, Reliance Standard terminated her benefits, saying, look, you've exhausted the maximum duration for your mental health related disability, 2017 to 2019. She appealed, but Reliance Standard stood firm. This case proceeded to federal court, which ruled that while she wasn't physically disabled anymore, she was entitled to an additional 24 months of benefits beginning in April of 2021 when her benefits were terminated because of her psychological condition. Now, I will tell you in my many years of practice, that was an unusual decision because courts rarely restart the benefit clock. Now, both parties appealed to the Sixth Circuit, and later in this episode, I'm going to discuss what happened next, but I'm really kind of baiting the hook here. So let's take a break while you think about this narrative that I just gave you that's going to set the stage to our further discussion.
Have you been robbed of your peace of mind by your disability insurance carrier? You owe it to yourself to get a copy of Robbed of Your Peace of Mind, which provides you with everything you need to know about the long-term disability claims process. Request your free copy of the book at caveylaw.com today.